Flag. CJ, what do you spy?
Writing.
Writing. Writing. What do you hear in writing?
No.
F or a G? Hold on, friends. I need all pockets on the floor because if your knees are on the floor, people behind you can't see.
G.
G, which says what? G. Now, CJ, and this is the key, is the G sound in writing in the beginning, the middle, or the end? At the end! 3 for 3, friends. We got the last 3 in a row. Awesome job. Jocelyn, you're next. What do you spy? Skechers. Ooh, that was a tough one. That's not just shoes, that's a type of shoe. Jocelyn was observant. She knew they were Skechers. Do you hear an F or a G in Skechers? F. Now, do you hear, go ahead. Do you hear it at the beginning, the middle, or the end? Skechers. Skechers. Middle. Well, hold on. Let's think about that. Okay, but remember, Caitlin and Jocelyn, we're not just looking for the letter E. You can go ahead. We're looking for the short E sound, F. So, is it at the beginning? Sk, sk. Is that a short E?
No.
No. What about the middle? Ske, F, F. Yes. What about the end? Skechers. Short E? No. So although you're right, Jocelyn, there is another E. Demetrius, please go move your tag. Thank you. I've asked you 3 times. That's the 3rd time now. About talking while other people are talking. Jocelyn was trying to teach us something right there. So I need you to go. Oh, and you tied your shoes together. Is that something you should be doing in school? No. So Demetrius is going to go move his tag. Oh, Demetrius, you're already on red. I'm sorry. So that's 2 reds. That means a note home. All right, so Jocelyn, I'm glad that you saw that there were 2 E's, but where is the short E sound? Middle or end? Skechers. Middle, exactly. We're going to do one more. Let's see. Grace, what do you spy? Ooh, where do you spy a sled? She spies a sled from our short E song from 2 days ago. Or, I'm sorry, from Friday of last week, from Friday. Okay? And in sled, is our F in the beginning, the middle, or the end? Middle. Wonderful. All right, hands down. We're going to play a different game. We're going to play a different game. I need my rows straight. I need pockets on the floor. I need eyes focused up here. I need ears open, voices turned off, and brains clicked in to think about what we're talking about. Okay, our new game is going to involve you get to come up here and spell your word. So now what I'd like you to do is think of something, okay, it doesn't have to be in this room, with a G or an A. And let's see if you can come up and spell it, because we've gone over sounding out words to spell, right? Stretching them out like a piece of bubble gum. G, at. Let's try that one for practice, all right? G, at. How would I spell that, Michaela? G, G, E, exactly. T. So G, at. So all right, that's our example. Can someone else think of, now that one I did because it's got a G and an at. It's got a G and an at. Get. Okay, let's see, Jane. You can have a G or an F.
Got.
Got. Can you come up and spell got? Now I want everybody really quiet. So only Jane, if she needs to, can sound out the word, right? So she doesn't have distractions. Oops. There you go, Jane. Sound out got and spell it up here for us. Jane. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Can you sit down? Thank you. Chrisanna, I need you on your pockets. Thank you. G-O-T. 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 Now, Jane, let's remember, our T doesn't come below the line, and our G, I'm just going to switch it around, sits on the bottom and goes underneath the line. But Jane spelled it perfectly. G-O-T. G-O-T. Who can do another one? Who can do another one? Angel. G or E words? Goggle. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. How would you spell goggle? How would you spell goggle? Let's all give Angel our respect by being quiet so she can sound it out. All right? Can you sit down, Angel? Zane, you may go back to your classroom now. Let's look at that. Goggle. Now, friends, when we do our writing, do I ask you to spell your words correctly all the time? What do I ask you to do?
Let's spell it.
Sound it out. Try your best, but sound it out. So goggle is a tough one because it's not spelled exactly like it sounds. But let's see what Angel did to sound it out. G, A, G, O. Angel, that's a great job because here's the thing. That's a really tough one. Because goggle is actually G, A, G. But it's two G's, O with a silent E. So goggle is actually G-O-G-G-L-E. But, like I say when you're writing, it's not so important to spell the word exactly right because you're in kindergarten and you'll learn all those spelling rules in first grade and second grade and third grade. Okay? But Angel did a perfect job sounding out. So if Angel was writing a story about swimming and she wanted... If Angel was writing a story about swimming, Demetrius, can I ask you to please go get a chair and sit over there behind Gavin? I want you to be able to pay attention, but I'm tired of you distracting our entire class. So go get your chair, put it right off the rug there, right behind Gavin so you can still see, but so you're not talking to Nikayla and Angel anymore. Thank you very much, Demetrius. I need you focusing on our lesson. So Angel. Angel spelled it exactly as she heard it. She sounded out. She said G, G, A, O, G, G, O, L. Goggle. Goggles. Wonderful job. All right, let's do one more. Who's got a G sound or an S sound word? Okay, hold on. I'm not calling on anyone who's not having their pockets on the floor, and I'm not calling on anyone who's yelling out. Latoria, what's your word? Huh? Bus. Do you hear an at or a gut in bus? I'm only talking to Latoria. Latoria, do you hear an at or a gut in bus? Okay. I need you to think about a gut or an at. What does bus start with? A ba, B, right. So you know, but it's not a gut or an at. Gavin.
Bet.
Hmm?
Bet.
Bed.
No, I said bet.
Oh, bet. Bet. Does that have a gut or an a? A. Okay. Do you want to come up and spell it for us? Bet. Bet. Angel, please leave that alone. Scoot back. All right, let's give Gavin our full concentration so he can sound it out if he needs to. Ooh, and Gavin got his B correct. Some of us switch our B's and D's. All right, thank you, Gavin. All right, sit down. Now we have B. Sounds right so far, right? A. So there's our S sound. T. B-E-T. Bet. Let's make sure they go up a little bit. Our tall letters go all the way to the top. Okay? Great job, Gavin. Bet. Hands down, please. All right. Now, friends, shh. Let's get our rows straightened again. Let's make sure our pockets are on the floor. Let's make sure our eyes are faced forward. Let's make sure our ears are open and our brains are clicked on. Click, click, click. To make sure we're thinking about what we're talking about. All right? Angel, sit up, please. Sit up, please. Thank you. All right, now, friends, we have done such a good job on our amazing words. We've done such a good job on our letters of the week. We're going to talk about a few concepts that we've talked about before we read our book again, because I have so many questions for you about our book. So many questions, okay? Now, we have talked about sorting. And remember, when we sort, we classify and we categorize. What do we do when we classify? We put things together in groups based on what? Thomasina? It could be shapes, But do we put them together shapes that are the same or shapes like all shapes in one?
All shapes in one.
We do? We don't separate them?
We do.
Gavin, what do you think?
Put one row and then put another more shapes in a different row.
Okay. So let's say you were separating by shapes. What could one pile be? You can call out this time.
Triangles.
Triangles? What can another one be?
Squares.
Squares? Circles? Would you mix them?
No.
No, all right. Let's stop calling out now. Let's raise our hand again. So that was good. So when you classify or categorize, you're putting things together by something that's the same or almost the same, similar. You're not mixing. So you'd have squares, you'd have circles, you'd have triangles, you wouldn't mix them together. Let's look at our picture up here. What is this boy categorizing? What's he have in there?
Toys.
Toys, okay? Toys. So now someone raise your hand. Tell me how he categorized them. How did he categorize his toys, Nikayla?
He picks one pile with bears and one pile with blocks.
With blocks, okay. So he put one pile with bears, one pile with blocks. Is that a good job categorizing?
Yes.
It is. Nikayla's right. Because one, Demetrius, thank you. We don't yell out, okay? We don't criticize other people. All right? So, one pile has bears. One pile, James, has blocks. Bears are all bears, blocks are all blocks, right?
Yep.
So that works out. Now, here's the tricky part, friends. Can anybody come up with an idea of how he could have categorized them differently, but still had them be categorized correctly? So not bears and blocks, something else. Caitlin.
Also, Harry also categorized the item the way
What could he have done?
he could have done like pig, bear, block.
Well, hold on.
Block.
Now, Caitlin, that wouldn't be categorizing. That would be making a pattern. And I know you're very good at patterns, as we've learned during our calendar time. But if we mix them together, that's a pattern. Mixing them together in the same way over and over, like A, B, B, A, B, B. We're mixing A's and B's together, but it's always the same way. Red, red, pink, pink, A, B, B, red, red, pink, pink. But in categorizing, we don't mix together. So he has bears, he has blocks. How could he have categorized them in a different way, but still have them categorized right? Grace?
How
Angel.
tall and how small.
Oh. So he could have put big things and small things. So maybe that big bear in one pile and everything else in the other pile because they're all small. Good idea, Grace. Jane, did you have a different idea?
Yeah.
What's your idea?
One is hard, one is soft.
Wow.
Wow,
Great
Jane.
idea, Jane. Because which ones would be hard?
The block.
And which ones would be soft?
The teddy bears.
So Jane just came up with a great idea. And you know what? Maybe that's what the boy was thinking. We think that the boy classified them into blocks and bears, but maybe the boy thought just like Jane did and categorized them into hard and soft. But it looks like blocks and bears because they're the same piles. Anybody have another idea?
No.
Big and small, hard and soft. James?
We can put them in the same colors, like the blue goes in the tie and the green goes in the little black bear.
Awesome. Exactly. So we have a blue C block and a bear with a blue bow tie, a green B block and a bear with a green shirt, a red and yellow, but red with the letter A, and a bear with a red shirt. So those are 3 different ways that we can classify. So friends, I'm proud of you. That was very, very good. We've only done classifying twice. And not only do you guys know what classifying is, but you also figured out how to classify all by yourself. So we're going to talk about one more concept before we go to our book, okay? All right. Hold on just one second, friends.
Oh, man.
Oh,